What is going on, everybody? What is going on? It is your boy Darion coming to you live with another video. It is the Spotlight Raiders Talk. Shout out to all the subscribers that have subscribed to the YouTube page. If this is your first time ever being at our YouTube page, I would suggest that you subscribe and hit that bell button to get the latest news and all Raiders news. But we are here with another Raiders video. Now, in this video, we're going to be talking about a little bit about the rising stock of AJ Terrell, cornerback from Clemson. But before we get into that, I just want to let y'all know that I will be live Thursday at 7 o'clock for the NFL draft. I will be live hangout, live watch party. We're going to have ourselves a great time, and we're going to look at all the picks and all the trades and all the drama that is going to go on with that draft. So definitely tune in at 7 o'clock. We will be here and we will be live waiting for the Raiders to pick. But without further ado, let's get into the video and let's get into the rising star of, not even a rising star, but actually a rising the rising of the leaderboards of the draft boards of cornerback AJ Terrell. Now, AJ Terrell is a 6'1" corner out of Clemson that could be a prospect in Las Vegas Raiders to play opposite of second-year Trayvon Mullen. Now, Terrell's third year in college career ended in him playing in 2 national championships games, and where the general manager Mike Mayock and the head coach Jon Gruden scouted him in the drafting players from at that time, knowing that Jon Gruden and Mike Mayock loved drafting players from Clemson. In last year's draft, the Raiders found a prospect in Clelin Ferrell. They drafted higher than what we was expected than the analysis had him projected to. But Terrell could be a similar storyline. Now, his trending has been very upwards, and his trending has been going very high, especially for the Raiders to get him at number 12 or number 19. But in recent reports indicated that he's quickly ascending teams' draft boards that could cause the Raiders to select him either number 12 or number 19. Now, what I can say is that you can fill the biggest role in another cornerback besides Mullen, but Terrell also played at Clemson in that program that the Raiders love to draft from. But to mention, Mullen ended up being a very good, valuable pick in the second round last year and is projected to be their number 1 corner heading into Las Vegas. Now, Mullen and Terrell both played together in college where they were actually very close friends. Now, I have to say that Terrell is a player that could be a 3rd or 4th cornerback drafted on Thursday. It could likely be available for the Raiders on the first round picks. Now, Clemson corner is tall, but he has a skinny frame in some instances. He's very athletic. He ran a 4.42 and a 40-yard dash in this year's NFL scouting combine, which ranks 8th out of all corners this year. And being a 6'1" prospect with a 40 time is very impressive, just like a Jalen Ramsey when Ramsey ran when he went to the Rams, and the superstar player definitely was a ball hawking skill and a good man-to-man coverage, and it shows everything in Terrell's game. So they compare him to Jalen Ramsey at this time. But however, Terrell doesn't have any red flags, but Ramsey does regarding trash talking and ego. But Ramsey also ran a 40-yard time, which was a 4.41 seconds, very similar to Terrell's 40-yard line. What is Terrell's best quality? Now, to me, his best quality is man coverage. He played high pressure games against the Tigers, including one of the best performances against Alabama in 2019 in the NCAA championship or the SEC championship. I'm not too sure which one that was. But Terrell started off the game by getting an elite pick 6 and beating quarterbacks Tua Tagovailoa, which Tua Tagovailoa is a high draft pick in this upcoming draft. Now, he jumped in between 2 receivers in order to get that interception. Not many players could go into the biggest games of all college football and immediately make an eye-popping play. Now, Terrell's also good and great coverage as well. He covered Jerry Jeudy and Devontae Smith in a blowout that Clemson put on the Crimson Tide. Now, the ex-Tiger is also one can back down from, he's not scared to back down from competition, and that's the mentality that we need with the Raiders. You're not supposed to be scared of tough competition. He played in one of the toughest conferences in the ACC. And then he played against one of the toughest teams in the SEC, against Alabama and against LSU, knowing they lose the international championship. But Terrell had a great lift of ball hawking skills that has proven himself as a high pressure situations, making him a prospect for the Las Vegas Raiders, who could definitely select him in the first round. While Terrell does have great man coverage, he does also lack a few skills that's kind of holding him back from being a top prospect in this upcoming draft. Now, he does lack hard-hitting traits. Some corners have NFL but not aggressive tackler, which hurts him in some needs to learn how to tackle a little bit better if you want to go up against some of these top running backs in the NFL. Now, he has to learn how to, tackle with big wide receivers and bigger tight ends, but his tackling was exposed when the Tigers faced off against Chase and LSU, and Chase burned him for 200 plus yards and 2 touchdowns. But on the other hand, Terrell never backed down and played into the end, and he eventually slowed Chase down in the second half. But at the end of the day, man, he could definitely be a little bit more tougher. If he could get a little bit more tougher, AJ Terrell could be definitely a top prospect for the Las Vegas Raiders. If he just get a better form of tackling, the Terrell could definitely be a star in the NFL. And I love the fact that Terrell is rising up on the leaderboards because he's very underrated. Everybody's talking about Okudah and CJ Henderson and Del Pitt and the other corners from LSU, Kristen Fulton, but you got to put him in this conversation as well, because this guy is just as talented. He played in big names. He knows what he wants to do at the end of the day. But that is my little story of AJ Terrell, knowing that AJ Terrell is one of those guys that you cannot sleep on in this draft. But I just wanted to remind everybody, Thursday at 7 o'clock, I will be live on YouTube to be doing the NFL draft party for the Las Vegas Raiders, so please tune into that. But let me know what you think about this video. Let me know what you think. Comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. It's the Spotlight Raiders Talk, and I will see y'all in the next video.